So Ireland have recently announced their lineup to take on the All Blacks this weekend in the Rugby World Cup quarterfinals. The Irish on a winning streak, the All Blacks looking to break it, but with the form that Ireland have found recently, it might be a very tough ask. Looking through at this Irish starting lineup, there aren't too many changes compared to what we did see last week. In terms of that backline, there were a couple injury concerns, but they are both still in the starting side. We will start with the front row. Number 1, Andrew Porter. Number 2, Dan Sheehan. And number 3, Tadhg Furlong. The expected 3 to go head-to-head with the front row of the ABs. Porter and Furlong definitely in some brilliant form. Dan Sheehan recently returning from his injury. Got himself the start last week. Came off the bench the week prior. And now back in the starting lineup. Up against the All Blacks in the locking jar will be Tadhg Beirne at number 4. Already scoring himself 3 tries throughout this Rugby World Cup, including a double up against the Romanians. In the opening fixture, number 5, Ian Henderson. Now that is due to the injury of James Ryan. Unfortunately, did end up with that wrist injury last week, which has left him out of the 23-man side for this quarterfinals matchup. In the loose forward trio, it is Peter O'Mahony at number 6, number 7, Josh Van den Vlaere, and number 8, Caelan Doris. A formidable loose forward trio. Van den Vlaere, when he's playing well, is one of the best in the world at getting over that ball, creating opportunities for his side. Doris, the youngster at 8, he has been sensational throughout this Rugby World Cup. And then, of course, you've got the veteran Peter O'Mahony. There's a little bit of history between him and the All Blacks from that 2022 series. Some words were said. I'm looking forward to seeing him go head-to-head with Sam Cane. Looking through at the back line, Jamison Gibson-Park starts at number 9 and number 10, Johnny Sexton. He will also be captain for the Irish. The man is aging like fine wine, doing extremely well throughout this World Cup competition. Already actually also scoring himself the 3 tries, just like Tadhg Beirne. He has set up a lot more than that though. One of the keys for Ireland, if they are to go far in this Rugby World Cup, he will be more than likely going head-to-head with Richie Mo'unga. Out on that left wing, it is James Lowe. Unfortunately, last week got a finger right down deep into the eye socket, but the man is alright. He's going to be able to play in this game, even if they had to put an eye patch on him. There was going to be no stopping James Lowe from taking on this challenge. Luckily, that is not what's going to be required, but I'm hoping he has a good game. He's a strong runner of the ball, knows how to score tries, and an X-Factor player for the Irish. In their back line, and speaking of X-Factor, this man has had a tremendous tournament. Bundee Aki, scoring 4 tries, 2 doubles, and just is able to power his way over defenders that are put in front of him. And the combo that has been working so beautifully for the Irish, it involves number 13 as well, that being Gary Ringrose, an underrated player in the Irish backline. People talk about Bundee Aki and what he's been able to do throughout this World Cup, but Gary Ringrose, he has had plenty of assists, scoring a couple tries himself, but not quite as many as some of the other men in this backline. But Ringrose definitely a key for the Irish backline to find success in this quarterfinal. Number 14, another man who had an injury concern. It is Mack Hansen. They have cleared him to play in this contest. Hopefully he will be 100%, because if he is, definitely a player to watch out for. And then at number 15, to close out the starting lineup for the Irish, it is Hugo Keenan. So overall, very similar to what we saw in their last contest up against the Scottish. Only real change is the fact that Ian Henderson is going to be there rather than James Ryan, who, like I mentioned, ended up with their wrist injury. Looking through at the reserves, number 16, Ronan Callahan, number 17, Dave Kilcoyne, and number 18, Finlay Bealham. So the 3 that we expected to see for the Irish as the front row replacements. Number 19, Joe McCarthy. His first opportunity since early on in the Rugby World Cup. To be honest, he didn't do too much wrong in his earlier appearance, so it was great to see him get another opportunity here. Number 20, the recently returning from injury, Jack Conan, did get some minutes last week. Number 21, Conor Murray. Number 22, Jack Crowley, who has been doing extremely well, coming off the bench late in the game to replace Johnny Sexton. And then at number 23, to close out this Irish side, it is Jimmy O'Brien. But this game, it's going to be an epic clash. 8 a.m. New Zealand time. It's when it is taking place on Sunday morning. And that will be an evening game in Ireland, and it's going to be an absolutely awesome one. Now, I should mention the All Blacks are announcing their side Friday, 5 a.m. New Zealand time, so I believe that is also kind of that late afternoon, early evening in Ireland, but as soon as the ABs are announced, we will be letting you know exactly who is in that side. But do let me know what you think of this Irish lineup in the comments down below. It's about as strong as it can get, and they will want nothing less than a perfect performance up against the ABs. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.